We've all heard the horror stories. Child actors being manipulated, overworked, and exploited by the very people meant to protect them. Hollywood has a long and troubling history of adults prioritizing fame and fortune over the well-being of children. Now, with the rise of social media and the recent release of Netflix's docuseries on kid influencers, it's becoming increasingly clear that similar patterns of exploitation are emerging in the online world. Athletes are gaining public attention at younger and younger ages. With that visibility comes the potential for monetization through YouTube ad revenue, brand sponsorships, affiliate links, and merchandise. On the surface, it might seem harmless, even opportunistic. But when the star is a child with no real understanding of money, business, or content strategy, expecting them to manage the demands of being a brand is not just unrealistic, it's dangerous. Behind every viral child athlete with slick videos, a merchandise line, and high-profile sponsorships, there are adults pulling the strings. And while some families may genuinely have good intentions and create content as a fun bonding experience, the dynamic can quickly become murky. If a parent starts relying on their child's income, it introduces a massive conflict of interest. What starts as, "This is good for our family," can subtly shift into, "We need you to keep going, for us." That mindset, however unintentional, can trap a child in a cycle of performance and pressure. The parent justifies the grind by telling themselves that it's all for the child's benefit. But when content creation becomes the main priority, instead of school, play, and rest, the line between support and exploitation starts to blur. And when the content becomes the main source of family income, that pressure multiplies. Resentment may begin to grow. The child might feel like they're not playing sports for fun anymore, but for likes, followers, and money. They're not just kids, they're becoming the products. The scary part? Most of these children won't grow up to be professional athletes. That's the truth. Natural talent at very young ages has little correlation with athletic success at 18 or 25. Sure, there are exceptions, especially among kids with athletic lineage, but most of these child influencers have regular parents, no Olympic bloodline, no D1 scholarship pedigree. So what happens when the parent realizes their kid may not make it as an athlete? One of the most heartbreaking examples is the Baby Gronk page. Here's a young boy, clearly just a kid, being thrust into a world he doesn't understand, posing with older influencers like Piper Raquel, herself a victim of alleged abuse, or taking photos with adult models. Meanwhile, grown adults flood the comments, some hating, some sexualizing, some simply treating the whole thing as a joke. None of it is okay. Why is this allowed to happen?